Alright, so my daily shoutcast for today is going to be Regiazu Cherrim. I decided to do this. It's kind of like an old one. This is like way back in season 1 when I decided to try to create a team around Cherrim. And just because the Regiazu core is just so strong, I decided, you know what, let me just try to just put Cherrim back and see what happens. Because it has decent coverage. If you've seen my Mega Beam team with Typhlosion, Cherrim essentially does the same thing that Typhlosion does. It's just a grass type. But I love Cherrim. It's a lot of fun to play, especially with the buff with Bullet Seed. It's a Snarl clone, and it lets you get these weather balls off like tomorrow, and it beams. That's really all that matters. Is it literally just beams? That's all you need to know. Is that it beams. That's all you need to know. It gets to the beam, and yeah, I've been doing this since preseason, and it's amazing. And let's get started. Alright, so we're gonna get started with my Regiazu Cherrim core. Now, what I thought about this team was that the Regiazu core is really strong, so you can kind of really just close with whatever you want in the back. It's a really interesting team, though, because even though, like, anything, like, I practically played this team without too much practice, and unfortunately, my Cherrim doesn't have the best IV, so it's kind of just like, hey, Rank 1 Azu and Basura-chan, can you guys make up for my Cherrim's deficiencies? And the problem with Cherrim is that when you run Cherrim isn't very... It's not bulky. You can get off moves very quickly with it, but it's not incredibly bulky. That's the big problem with Cherrim. Cherrim's kind of just like a sacrificial lamb in some situations. If you, for example, if you get a flyer, if it's not Skarmory, or if it's something else, then you're gonna have a lot of trouble with it. But other than that, Cherrim's just a really fun mono play. It still has play in this meta because it does break the Regiazu core, but like I said, it's very deep. Make sure you practice a lot with it. Cherrim is a very skill-based mon. Anything that requires you to basically measure your energy and have a big ending move like the beam, it makes it really dangerous. As you see, rank 10 battles from last season on season 1, I see some individuals trying to get to rank 10, so I'm kind of just playing Gatekeeper and just trying to have some fun here. So we get the Registeel into the Hypno. Now, I love this matchup because Hypno, I can tank a Shadow Ball from Hypno, so I love having Reggie in lead. My opponent likes to switch, and I'll switch into my own Azu. Now, I think I shouldn't have done this, actually. I think I should have just stayed in because that Azu has energy now, but I know my Azu is a rank 1, so I can kind of, as you see, like, you look at the difference, like, before the Hydro Pump was thrown, I actually have less damage than my opponent, even though I came in less. So my Azu has really good IVs. There's a Hydro Pump. We're just going to match Hydro Pumps at this point. Thankfully, this doesn't look like this is an Israeli Buddy, which is a play rough version. Hopefully not. He decided to Hydro Pump me, so here we go. Hydro Pumps are just going to keep going off. He should theoretically win this. I don't know how I play this. I totally forget. Let's see what happens here. Alright, so all we're going to do is just make each other get wet like over and over again. This is probably one of the most boring matchups in the world because when you see the Azumir, this is literally all you freaking do. Unless you have Play Rough Azu versus the Ice Beam version, all you're literally going to do is just shoot Hydro Pumps left and right. And it's one of the most boring things in the freaking world. And I'm trying to hype it up and I don't know how I can make it any better. But here we go. I get Hydro Pump down. And now we send in the Registeel. So Registeel, I have a little bit of energy here. Oh, actually not a little bit. A lot of energy. So I like to throw the Flash Cannon. They should KO my opponent. And then what do we see in the back? Then they have their own freaking Reggie. Oh, so annoying. Okay, so I switch into Cherrim in order to get the Hypno. Now, I'm going to go straight for the weather. I thought I was going to. I need to go for the beam. Go for the straight beam against the Hypno. Don't do what I did over here. Go for the beam. My opponent elects not shield. But if you see what I'm talking about, see how much damage it does? It doesn't do, like, Weather Ball doesn't do a lot of damage against Hypno. Hypno's a little thick, but like I said, Cherrim is kind of classy. I elect the shield here because I don't want Cherrim taking a lot of damage. But he still has 2 shields, so I want these shields. So I fire off Weather Balls, and he still has the freaking shield! Come on, man, give up your shields! At this point, I really need to start taking shields. Having a 2-0 advantage with that Reggie is incredibly dangerous, so I elect to fire here. I hate how the move cues a move like that because I would have loved to farm a little more. And now he's starting to elect the shield, which is awesome. I get a little more energy here, and then I'm going to keep firing off weather balls. Cherrim is a monster. As you see, weather ball is so spammy. I must have thrown at least 5 weather balls. It's like playing hot potato. See, there's hot potato. 2 hot potatoes. Hot potato 1, hot potato 2. Switch in the Reggie so that I can get energy advantage. Now, this may very well be a freaking... This might be a focus blast, which really sucks. It is indeed a focus blast, but I still have a little bit of HP here. I try to go a little bit over energy, but here you go. Here's my Onda Sertera. This should hurt a lot. The problem is that my Cherrim's kind of hurt in the back already. And my opponent's going to get energy here, which isn't ideal. And there's the energy. Now I'm going to fire Weather Ball because I have it queued. I don't know if it was CMP or if my opponent didn't have a flash cam, but you know, Weather Ball goes up and this will KO my opponent's Reggie. Bye Felicia, alright, bye Felicia's done. Oh, and then he throws in the Hypno. I think I was hoping that I had a Weather Ball to fire too. Other than that, I might have lost CMP, or he throws in the Hypno, gets the Ice Punch in, and it's GG's. That's okay. Like I said, the play there that would have made that batter better is if I actually just went straight for the damn beam. You want to go straight for the beam. The beam does so much damage if you get to it. You don't want Weather Balls, especially if your opponent isn't going to shield the beam. It was kind of obvious in that scenario that my opponent would not shield the beam just because. And now we're going to go back in the queue. But like I said, when you get that Hypno matchup, you want to go straight for the beam. Just because, even if he has 2 shields, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to probably think it's going to be a Weather Ball. Especially when they have shield advantage like that. Such a heavy shield advantage, but you should be okay. Here we go, we get the verses off. We're looking for the Q. But like I said, Cherrim is a very difficult one to play. It takes a lot of skill. And you have to have like the right matchups. As you see, rank 10 battles take a bit to queue from. I'm hoping in this season for season 2, it's not as bad, but if you're almost to rank 9, you're doing pretty well right now. Rank 10 is definitely a grind, and if you are close to rank 9, I have absolute faith that you will make rank 10, because 500 points isn't very far. I climbed up 300 points personally, and we finally get an opponent, so we get Macus. Medicus, which is awesome. Finally an opponent, we get the Red Steel into the Hypno. Wow. Why does this look so familiar? He elects to switch out into the freaking Vigoroth, and now we send in my Azu so it could tank these counters. Viggy does a lot of damage with counter. It has very spammy moves, and Bulldoze covers a lot. We're gonna go straight for the Ice Beams. This is great because I have my Azu. We're gonna keep throwing. I eat this Body Slam. Like, Vigorous Body Slams hurt, but not that much against an Azu at least. And considering mine is a rank 1, I kind of have a little bit of play with that 1 HP in a dream scenario. I like to keep taking Body Slams here. I really want to save my shields. So there we go. We get the Body Slams left and right. And he gets another one. Can you stop it, please? I feel like this is like WWE. You get that triple neck breaker. Like, it's like a combo. And like, I just like all these freaking Body Slams are going off. I finally get to an Ice Beam again, and now, do I pop a shield or not? Do we? We don't get one. He elects to let the Viggy go. So Viggy's gone, and then we get a Lantern. Oh, this is bad. Okay, so Lantern comes out, and here's the problem with Lantern. That Lantern has energy now, so I like to throw in my Cherrim. Alright, baby. What do I do? Now, I know there's a really huge... I resist everything you have to throw at me. That's why I'm not shielding right now. Hydro Pump does a sizable amount of damage. Holy crap. That is so much damage. So I like to go straight for the freaking beam. Oh, please. Oh, please. Please. Go for the beam. Please. Sayoko said, get beam then. What the hell is that? Wow. So he caught the beam with the Hypno. That's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty sweet. That does, as you see though, it does so much damage, which is freaking amazing. We get the Flash Cannon off. You lose the Hypno. Then we get the... There's the Lantern. That Lantern has energy, but like I said, as you saw, Solar Beam does a sizable amount of freaking damage. Here we go. We're gonna start taking some shields. Or actually, they're taking my shields. I'm gonna try to bait. I need some shields at this point. Unfortunately, the Dolphin, even though my Cherrim is there, it's just so thick. Unfortunately, unfortunately, the Lantern is a thick boy, and he's gonna keep getting charge moves off. Spark Charge is so fast. I'm electing a shield here, feeling it's a Hydro Pump, and he's trying to make me very wet. My Trash Can is doing very well right now. Go straight for the Focus Blast. Please don't freaking shield this. Please don't. On the set, Teta! And he does not shield! Let's go, baby! I switch into the Cherrim right away to take out this Lantern before going to deal any additional damage, and we win the game. That was a sweet move at the end. I just wanted to be very careful. Even if Even if my Mon did go down, even though my Reggie did go down, I didn't want to chance it because my opponent might elect to just farm down my Reggie. So that's why I sent in Cherrim. Again, very rough match. Hopefully, everybody going to rank 8 is trying to get to rank 9. You get there soon. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be an easy task at all. But as you see over here, we got the Reggie Azu core with the Cherrim baby. And it's very strong, like you see. We're 1-1 right now, but it has a strong performance against a lot of meta matchups, and just the Reggie Azu core is so good. And like I keep saying, a rank 1 Azu is always a good thing. So now we get back into the queue, and we get Rival Plant God. Oh my god, this is actually my friend Xander. That's why I take your picture right here. Xander's a really great battler. Alright, I send in the Reggie, and we get the Toxic Croak! Oh god. So if I lose the lead like this, obviously we're going to switch into the Azu as our save switch. Unfortunately, he switches into his Azu too. The problem with Azu versus this method right here is like where we get matched up, is that Azu, it's literally just, like I said, get wet. We're just, unless that's a play rough Israeli buddy that has play rough, we're in trouble right now. So he does have play rough. This is really scary because now my opponent definitely wins this matchup. I'm gonna keep going for the Hydro Cannon. I'm not the Hydro Cannon. I'm gonna go for the Hydro Pump. The Hydro Pump. And then he's gonna keep trying to pull off these play roughs left and right. Oh god, that hurts so much. Alright, so I'm gonna keep going for the Hydro Pump in this scenario, and that's what I said, like, it's always rough to lose that lead. Toxic Croak is such a dangerous mon, you need to get the heck out of there right away because it can literally farm up your entire your Reggie. So here we're gonna elect to, I'm trying to go for the Ice Beam, unfortunately I don't get it. It looked like it was CMP there. And then this poor, oh, he elects to, oh, so it's not an Israeli buddy quite, but it's like a hybrid buddy, where you have Ice Beam and you have Play Rough. That's not that bad. Alright, so I'm going to send in Cherrim with the attempt to farm down. Trying to catch, which I do. This is amazing. Hopefully this is an Ice Beam. If it is, I might have a chance here. It is an Ice Beam. Let's go, baby. I like cereal. I really like cereal. I'm going to get a little extra energy here by farming down with lock on. So now we get the Toxic Croak. Now we have to get rid of Toxic Croak's shield. This is such a bad matchup. Actually, it's a very horrifying matchup. So we do get a shield, which is awesome. But he has another. The problem is that a Toxic with 2 shields is just so dangerous. I elect to match shields here because my Cherrim is in the back. I'm already out of like my second mon. My Azu's gone. So they throw it back in, and I believe that was a Skarmory. It was a beautiful catch. They indeed caught it. It wasn't Skarmory. It was indeed it was actually Bronzong, and this Bronzong is just gonna chip away at my poor Reggie Steel. I send in Cherrim right away, hoping that once my clock is up, hoping that I could draw a shield. Instead, I actually do some heavy damage, but not quite enough to take out the freaking bulldozer. And now I shield the Psyshock. I elect to I think I farm down. Do I try to farm down at least? No, I can't. It's too thick. Bronzong is a thick boy. He's not as thick as some other steel types like Reggie Steel, but he does his work. We get the second weather ball off. He shields, which is very unfortunate because we actually have no shields. So the second boost kills my poor baby. GG. And then this man comes in with a flex. The flex switch in, the mud bomb, and this is GG. It's okay. There's not much I could do against my opponent there. I think that was the house star line. Why is everybody copying Boba Supplies lines? And as you see there, we're actually friends because we got friendship up. It's crazy because me and Xander, we always, we were together at GoFest with one of my best friends, Rami. And Ram told me, he was like, hey, Xander says hi because he keeps kicking your butt at GBL, literally, Rival Placard. I think I've only beaten him once in EBL, but Xander's a super cool guy, much deserved. One of the greatest in the world, definitely a super great battler, and a great battler from California. But we'll see what happens here. I think I'm taking my sweet time trying to lock in, which, come on, man. I know, I think I'm explaining, what I could have done to win, or, I'm saying, hey, tell Xander I said hi. I think it's more like tell Xander I said hi, because usually that's the case. I'm trying to fill air for my stream, so that's exactly why it's taking so long. And it's actually really important that you take note that Cherrim isn't the thick boy. Like I said, Cherrim has some sizable bulk, but it doesn't do really great against a lot of them. the mons out there in the world. But it's a lot of fun to use. If you use it expertly, it can be one of your greatest weapons. Unfortunately, against my boy Xander, it didn't come through, and rightfully so. So we get the next one, and then we get Christian JS5. So we get Christian. All right, Christian, what you got? So we get the Registeel, the Azumarill. This is awesome. I think, do I go for the triple flash cannon play here? So you're gonna go for so I go for a triple flash cannon play. Well, actually, I don't even get the triple flash. Actually, he switches out into the Deoxys D, and he has energy on the Azu, so I elect to go Weather Ball here. I think that's the wrong move. I should have went straight for the beam. Because it's if you're fighting good players, like especially at like rank 9, rank 10, they will know that you are trying to bait, or if you're trying to fire right away. So it puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. So here we go. We get the counters are going off, and then here comes the thunderstorm. Bring on the stuff. Well, actually, that's not even stuff. Bring on the weather ball. So the weather's fire, literally on fire. I should see what I mean by you should go straight for the beam. These weather balls are an absolute mistake. I should not be weather balling right now. I should be beaming right now. And he hits me with the rock slide. My poor baby goes down, and then we try to send in the Azu. This is already such a bad situation for me. My Cherrim stood no chance against Tentacle All Arms No Neck. It's very, very, very dangerous. And then here we go. Thunderbolt. He does have a Thunderbolt. Now this sucks because my Azu, even though it's a rank 1, it will chip away at more than half of its damage. See what happens though. We take down the Deoxys D with the Ice Beam. This is awesome. We want this to happen because now, never mind. We don't want this to happen. Please don't be an Israeli buddy. We're up shield advantage, but the problem is my Azu's already hurt. So I have to make a decision here. Do I want to shield or do I not? I elect not to shield. It's a player of Azu. It's an Israeli buddy, unfortunately. So I switch in my Registeel to try to do some damage. I go straight for the flash cannon. Unfortunately, my opponent does switch into his own Reggie. The originality in these teams. Actually, I think this is literally Bulbasaur Ice Tea. Something of, like Bulbasaur's variant. So my opponent pretty much has this mag. All he has to do is focus blast me down. This is GG's to my opponent. I can focus blast here, but it really doesn't matter just because that Reggie's thick and they still have that extra shield. So like I literally don't have a prayer of winning. I do my best though. There goes my poor Registeel, and now my Registeel has to deal. Now my poor bunny has to deal with Registeel's flash at it, and this is GG's because it has energy. It's what it is. There's not much I could have done in that scenario. I do my best. I really do my best. But now I'm going to go to the next one. Like I saw there, like I said there. You saw that I should not use it. Like I should literally just go straight for the beam. That's literally the play. Go straight for the damn beam. Don't think otherwise. Just go straight for the beam against some scenarios because it's like, hey, if you go for the beam, then you successfully beam through the shields. You really do put pressure on your opponent into whether or not they're going to shield the next move or not. And it allows you to have so much more play with Cherrim. But we'll see what happens here. I'm waiting for my next matchup here. It is rough up in this place. It's like rank 8 right now. If you're trying to go from rank 8 to rank 9, it's definitely challenging. Don't give up. Just keep on tapping, guys. We anticipated season to be extremely rough, but a lot of people are trying out different things now, so it's very hard to even predict who win the lead. It's very hard to like predict your opponent's team just because they are running 2 particular months. Now, if you're like me and Indigo, you can kind of tell when someone is lying to you. So this is really interesting. I'm going to keep going, keep trying my best, but it's I'm taking forever to lock in. Come on, man, lock in! Like I said, I wouldn't recommend running Cherrim in Season 2. Cherrim is just so glassy, it's a problem. Cherrim doesn't have a lot of bulk. So, come on, I'm trying really hard. Alright, so I'm waiting. I'm literally waiting. Okay, we finally get an opponent. Holy crap. Thank you. This is taking forever. I had a long pause right there because I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, Alright, so we get a Venusaur into my Reggie. This is great. He switches into a Banette? What? Okay, that's very strange. Okay, so we get a Banette. It's just my Cherrim. I outspeed the Banette, that's why. Oh my god, that does so much damage. Banette gets energy quickly here, so I can't be too comfortable. I have to throw these Weather Balls, yo. Weather Balls are gonna go off. He throws the Shadow Ball. I'm not going to try to play that energy game right here. I want Cherrim to have as much HP as possible, so I'm gonna keep throwing Weather Balls here in an attempt to try to break these shields. Oh, we do get a shield. This is awesome. Keep going for that Weather Ball, baby. I think I shield this. Yes, I do elect to shield. It would have been sweet to be able to farm down, but it's okay. We have all this loaded energy. What do you have waiting for me? So we take out the Banette. What is in the back? What you got? What you got? What you got? Oh my god, this is so bad. Whenever you see the Dragon Flying Egg typing on the top right, it's never a good time. You literally are like, oh my god, you're going... Because you get walled so hard, like Altaria versus, like, some matchups. Like, this is why Cherrim isn't very, like, scary. Because if you do have the bird in the back, bird is the word, and my poor Cherrim goes down. Now, I think I elect to send in... I think I send a Batuta-chan. I do not send a Batuta-chan. Instead, I send in the Azu. I get a Venusaur, and this is great. We lined up perfectly. However, the problem here is that Venusaur has energy. So, these Frenzy Plants or Sludge Bomb doesn't look much, but look how much damage it does. It's freaking scary, man. So, we're going to keep... We need that last shield gone. So, I'm going to keep firing. I need this last shield. Give me the last shield. And they don't get... Come on, dude! Give me your shield. Are you serious? Bro. You do not need that last shield. This boy be flexing on me. Hella flexing. I can't do anything. I have to. Come on. I need that shield. But, well, he probably has this in the bag. All they have to do is save that shield. And then my Cherrim is... It's a very uphill battle right now. Flash cannons are going to keep going off. And then I can farm down here, but I don't get to. And I'm in kill range of this Frenzy Plant, unfortunately. There's the Frenzy Plant. Down goes my Reggie because he's not that thick. And then I get to an Ice Beam. Now, this is very... Oh, no. I actually try to farm down here. Oh, but they get the Frenzy Plant off. I was so close. I was one bubble away. This hurts a lot. Oh, my gosh. That does so much damage. I go for the Ice Beam, and I lose. I'm not sure if that was CMP or my opponent just styled on me. Either way, I got styled on. Here comes the Ice. There comes the Sky Attack, and I never get to my Ice Beam. That sucks. Very high level gameplay by my opponent. It's okay, and we end up going 1-5. Like I said, takeaways. Very difficult team to play, so try to have fun with it, you guys. I'll see you on the next Shoutcast. That's Reggie, Azu, Cherrim, guys. Have a good one. I'll see you guys in the... Like I said, I'll see you guys on the next one.